How about that DH role? Do you like it?
I don't mind it. It's something that I've never really disliked it. I don't know how else to put it. I guess some guys have opinions on it. I've always enjoyed hitting, and on these rare nights, especially in a ballpark like this that can be a little hard on the joints if you're running along, it can be really nice.
Have you developed a routine for what you do on a DH night as far as during the game?
I have things that I think work better than others. The biggest thing, I think the mental part of it's a little more difficult because, you just have your at-bats and then you don't have anything else to really take the focus off. So I try and stay in tune with the game, especially physically. I try and simulate some stuff in the cage like I would feel if I was coming off an inning of defense. So you always feel like you're in tune with the game and not just sitting there watching and then trying to go hit and not really in the rhythm.
How about you came over with the Orioles not knowing whether they were going to have Chris Davis to play at first base, and if they didn't, you were probably going to be there. Now you're in the outfield. What's the extra work you had to put in to get ready for that?
I do have some experience out there, so I try and do the best I can wherever I'm at. It did look for a while that I could play some first, and there was a period where it looked like I was probably going to be the primary DH, and then that also changed, and then I was in right field. But I try and stay ready at any of them. There's certain things that are kind of a struggle. Ideally, in the outfield, I'd probably want to be as light as I can to cover as much ground, but that can be somewhat of a disadvantage at the plate sometimes, because I think you want to be big and strong to do that. So it's this fine line of trying to be at your optimal physical shape to allow you to do everything as well as you can, I guess.
Right field is not an easy place to play anywhere, but at Camden Yards in particular, you have to make some adjustments, do you not, compared to other ballparks because of the configuration of the yard?
No doubt. A lot of quirky outfields, I guess. This one's symmetrical here in Tampa, but Boston and left field, for example, weird stuff goes on there all the time. And then, like you said, at Camden, especially coming off the high wall, I'm starting to kind of realize that there are some patterns and some things that you can pick up on that can help you out as far as where to be positioned when those trickier plays do happen. Still got a long way to go, but when something happens, you try and store it in your memory, so when you need to recall it, hopefully it's there.
How much do you rely on Wayne Kirby to get that stuff done?
Oh, he's got to be my eyes and ears to all of this. Him and Jonesy and Nolan and some of the guys that have done it before. I have to rely on them because they have infinitely more knowledge than I do, not only in the outfield, but especially in some of these ballparks.
Okay, last question. You're looking good at the plate. Obviously, you feel good. You look like you're very relaxed and seeing it well.
Yeah, it's going all right. The hits are there. There's some things that I'd like to do a better job of, but you obviously can't nitpick too much if you are getting your hits in there. But I'd like to hit the ball in the air a little more consistently, lay off a few of the sliders I've been chasing too much recently. But those things kind of go in waves, and you just try and stay in that kind of middle ground where you're able to get your hits and kind of have a good plan and lay off those pitches that are out of the zone.